My name is Stephen Christian, and I sing in a band called Anberlin. And there's actually 6 of us that tour together. It's myself and Dion Rexford on bass, and Nathan on drums, Christian on guitar, Kyle Flynn on keyboard, and Joey Milligan on guitar.
You're here with me. You're here with me.
I love Europe, and this is actually the first tour that we've got to really explore. You know, I've never been to Holland. We've never played Paris, never been to Prague. So all these countries all these cities and all these countries were so new to us. So it's been beautiful. I mean, I really, really like it a lot. So. What happened was our booking agent booked 6 shows here, and then 30 Seconds to Mars came and said, we want to take you out for like over a month. Well, we said, the only way that we'll do that is if we can have a very long tour in Europe. And he said, okay, so we rescheduled the whole tour so that we could be here for almost 5 weeks in Europe. So it was basically like, come here and play and go home, or come here and get to stay and see the whole country. Or not just the country, sorry, the whole, Central Europe. That's awesome, but I always assumed it was a lot more like dark and moody and rock than pop. I feel like New Surrender, our 2 records ago, was the poppiest we've ever been. So that's pretty shocking, but that's great, I guess the message was just basically just like in the title, dark is the way, light is the place. Like dark, like we're all going to go through things in life that really are negative and hurtful. Like whether it's depression or losing a family member, or or just getting addicted to something that we shouldn't be addicted to. But at the end of the day, there's always going to be hope. It's always going to get better. Like just hold on. There's going to be friends that are going to come along your side, and they're still your family, and there's still hope for tomorrow. Well, my inspiration on this last record was everything from life to people that I have encountered, such as like one of our songs called "We Owe This to Ourselves" is about racism and how that we as a people in the world need to defeat racism. We need to stop it, and our generation should be the ones that kind of stop it in its tracks. I think that racism is so far in the past. People. I feel that like all racism is ignorance. That's all it is. You're just ignorant, and I feel like that through technology and because of like the civility and maybe how small the world is now through traveling, that we should just be done with racism. So that's what the song's about. We were on Tooth and Nail Records for our first 3 records, and we just felt like at some point that we couldn't go any farther with that record label. So Universal, we started to contact other record labels, and they started to kind of come after us. And after we looked at a lot of different labels, we saw Universal was the best. We just really enjoyed the people that worked there, and we really enjoyed, just the label itself and all the other bands that were on it. So that's why we chose Universal Republic. When we go sit down to write a record, we usually write like 15 songs and then only put 10 to 12 or 13 on the record. So those other songs we just kind of like toss aside, even though they're recorded. And so when we were done with those 3 records, we kind of were like, well, here's a handful of songs that we don't want to just throw away because we paid for them and we wrote them and we produced them and got it all mixed and mastered. So those are kind of the songs that we just compiled on one CD and just put out. Oh, we just put out like a live CD recently, just kind of put together a show in Anaheim, in California. So you can buy the CD, and it has like 15 songs on it, or the DVD has like 7 songs, but then it has like a really in-depth interview with a couple of the guys in the band.
You're not a slave, so get off your knees. You're not a slave, so get off your knees. You're not.
I don't speak French, so the best we could do is just a cover song of one of our favorite bands. So we're gonna try that tonight.